it attacks to our body, the immune system will recognize right away. So send the soldier come in to investigate, to get rid of that and put in the memory. Next time you come in, get up. I know you right away, right? Easy. So, actually, even though all of the chemical, all the toxin get into our body, same thing. And also because the frequency, the energy level is different, so it's very easy to recognize. The only problem because we put it in too much, too fast, and the immune system cannot resolve, cannot kick out all that. So in and out become imbalance. More input and output, so it accumulates, right? But if we know how to recognize that, we will help our immune system, okay, we get out that sooner or later, no problem, because we already know the principle of the energy. It's more difficult for the other situation, especially now we see why women have more tumor, more cancer than men. And when you have that, it's much more difficult to treat than men, right? Why is that? First, because women more vulnerable. Secondly, women have more fat tissue or animal tissue than men. Third, women have a cycle, many different cycles, and we're talking about that. And the fourth, women try not to express out than men, and a little easily to amplify the signal than men. So all that. When men get upset, right? For everyone, you see, whenever we have a fearness, upsetness, what we feel. Yesterday I talked already. When a thought of unpleasant arrives, it will send the signal from the central nervous system, secrete adrenaline, right? First, go to the heart, stimulate the heartbeat. So pump out more blood, stimulate the central nervous system to contract the blood pressure, right? Contract the muscle, so, and then drive the body heat up. So at that level, minimal level, okay, that is fight or flight reaction. That is good.
This is men or women?
Everyone. That's good. But because we not stop right there, we not express that out, and we hold that. And we stimulate more. The more we stimulate, the more we hold, the longer we hold that signal, the more chemical we secrete out, the more stimulation, and the more compress, contract. So the heat keep right up, the muscle keep tense. When that happens, you see what? We feel tired, right? Hard to breathe, you heat it up, and it looks like overheat. And we feel really tense in the head, in the chest, and the muscle, it comes up tight and you're shaking, right? Only a few seconds, and it's just only one unpleasant thought, and it creates all that chain reaction. But at the same that moment, if we recognize right away, we have many different ways to resolve that. If we can go from the headquarters, recognize that thought, unpleasant thought, and let go of that, automatically shut down the chain reaction right away. One way. But that is much difficult because it's at higher level. It's too subtle. But it's easier to recognize from outside, from the ground level, right? When we feel shaking, when we feel tired, just relax, take a deep breath, or walk out in the environment. Because the environment energy, it will broader, stronger, relaxer, it will neutralize, pull out. So that means we use The exercise, when you have a walking meditation, that means we use the physical movement to release on that pressure. Or we can get out to the environment, use the second layer with the cold air, with the sing of the bird, with the color of the nature, with the flow of the wind through the skin. So all of that will get distract or get away all of that energy out. So it's spread out. We can go again to the third level, recognize that unpleasant thought and let go of that. So we have many different directions, many different approaches. See? So easy. That's why you see when men upset, we yell, we kick, we hit, release right away. Right? So that way when you recognize from a physical form easier. But women try to hold on that. Right? Try to hold on that. Especially women more vulnerable than on the unpleasure signal. Fear, everything you worry too much. Right? Worry too much, prepare too much.
When I was a child, the message was be seen and not heard.
So, and even though when everything in order already, we still worry. So that is the nature of women. If we not practice, we're not only very fragile, very vulnerable, and add on that we are be stimulated from the bad energy from the nature, a lot of attraction coming again. You see? So it incorporates, interconnected. So that's why women first, they were more vulnerable. We hold on that. So it's tight. Secondly, when that happens, most of the signal coming out from our central nervous system, right? And then when it stimulates that, it spreads out adrenaline on the chemotaxis, on the chemical, it kind of heart, the muscle, the tendon, jet. And also, you know, yesterday I told you that we have a whole bunch of energy channel flow in our body. The energy flow is just invisible energy. We may think that like the air, right? The air moving that, or the heat. But as you see the heat, the air, when we compress under the high pressure, what it become? Become liquid, right? So the same thing in here. When we are under stress, contract all the time, like women, we just try to hold on that. So it just gets tight on the muscle, the blood vessel, and it blocks the flow of the energy. And that energy just the heat, the energy. But when it be blocked and under pressure building up, it becomes a tiny, tiny drop of the body fluid. Not a drop of water, but it's very tiny. And then, when we not recognize that, the number of droplets keep increasing and increasing. And now coming the second reason why women have a more higher rate than men. Women have too many how to accommodate all that bad guy. Thyroid gland. That's why after we meditation we need to massage thyroid gland, breast, the liver, the uterus, and all of the compartment in women's body. It has a more space with a tiny gland. And that space is the place where all the tiny drops get in there to hide. The same thyroid cancer, the same breast cancer, but women have a higher rate than men. Right? Men still have a thyroid gland, you have breast. But women have a higher cancer rate for thyroid or thyroid normal than men. Breast cancer, women have a higher rate and more difficult than men. So, the other thing get involved now. Men doesn't have a cycle. Women have many different cycles. The shortest one in the period, 28, 32, 35, 37. No, that is the shortest natural cycle. The other cycle is giving birth. You may have a child every year, every other year, every 5 years. Right? So, for the natural cycle, it went up and going down, going up and going down. So whenever and when the stress builds up, the tide builds up, the blockage of the energy builds up, the droplet builds up, it will move into our that place to hide. For men, first, they don't have all that space to accommodate. Get out, I don't have a house for you. But for women, you have a space, you're welcome. So that it's coming. When it's coming, the headquarters, the radar from the headquarters up in the central nervous system cannot recognize it yet. Why? Because this is the condensation of your own energy frequency. It's not the outsider. See, it's not the bacteria, it's not the virus, it's not the pea of wood, the pea of stone. It is a condensation of your own energy. And when it condenses at the droplet, the tiny droplet, that is your own body fluid. So it's the same frequency, the same energy level. That is droplet. That's why the central nervous system, the radar here, cannot recognize yet. So when it gets into the thyroid gland, when it gets into the breath, and then slowly, the guy in the radar station observe it. Hey, normally that person has the cycle 28 days, up and down. She just had the child a few years ago, right? So the breath it ran up and settled down, the hormone level up and down. But now, after he followed for a few cycles, it seems not up and down, it just keeps increasing, increasing. It will not recognize and let go, stop that pattern, right? So the droplet just keeps building up, increasing, and it gets into there to hide. And the alarm of abstraction come in again. You have a bad guy, invite more bad guy come in, the next again. So that's why when the radar can recognize, it takes a few cycles already. It's not only 1 or 2 cycles, at least 3 or 6 cycles. For people not had a baby yet, they may recognize a little bit earlier, after about 6 months or a year. But for women have a child already, sometimes it has to follow for 1 or 2 cycles. It takes about a year or 2 to follow the trend of that. It just keeps increasing. Especially it's more difficult for women use birth control. You see, people for women not use birth control, the hormone is up and down very obviously. But for women use birth control, they try to regulate the hormone in the not very fluctuate. So it's very difficult for the brain, the radar to recognize that. That's why you see women use birth control have a higher rate for the cancer.
Did you say that a woman who becomes a mother later is less likely to have cancer?
No, not. It have more because the hormone is not be regulated.
Okay, because the invariable fact is that younger mothers tend to be protected.
Right, because the hormone it not get stuck. People have a family, people have children at the early age, the hormone is regulated evenly or regularly. Yeah. So, and then when all that build up, now it's coming by the time the radar in the central nervous system recognize something wrong. It takes a few months or years already. Now the action get involved. Before that discovery, timer plant in the top secret headquarters of the immune system, still working, still have to send out a message to the liver, to all the node here, to taking care of all the part of our body, right? It not stay there, okay, do nothing. But and then when that discovery happened, the signal sent out from the central nervous system and the headquarters down to the immune system. Hey, I found out something wrong over there. You have to come taking care of that. And then when the headquarters of the immune system receive that message, that means the order from the boss. Now, he had to send out a soldier come to the place to investigate and to solve the problem. So when he sent out the soldier, what's that? White blood cell, macrophage, natural killer, whatever. But all that is a cell of material, the solid, not invisible anymore, right? All that guy he sent there, the problem started. When they came, they can do nothing. They just stay around there doing searching and hang around. Because nothing wrong, the body fluid, same as other, the energy still the same as energy for everyone. Look like nothing wrong. Because they just come only a few minutes, or in a short time. Only the radar here, he followed for a long time. He saw the trend is just increasing. But for a short time, he still cannot recognize it. You see? On this guy, it just came only in a short time, so how can they recognize the difference? The energy level, everything looks like the same. So they hang around there, can do nothing. So just stay and hang around, observe it. Now, after he sent out the order, he had to check it back. Before that, it looked on the radar, it's clear, right? Because it's just the energy, some droplet of the liquid. But now it has some guy in there already, so that the radar will show some spot. Start sending out more order. And this guy had to respond to the order, had to send out more soldiers, more guys. The second troop coming, have more problem now. Because of the second troop coming, you see all the brother and sister, all their relative, right? All their friend, nothing wrong. So they hang around again. They can do nothing. It's much more difficult than the first group. And now, after he sent out the order, he checked again. Oh my goodness, it makes me mad. Because I sent you an order, I asked you to come to that place to investigate and solve the problem. The problem not even solved, it's much more severe. Because now I see more and more dark, more spot. That means more cell, more solid cell. When he gets mad, that means it's more urgency. He sends out the message more. And when he sent out the message more, this guy had to reply, had to respond. I mean, he had to send out more and more. The cycle repeat. You see? So that's why the tumor is very small. It has nothing. That's why when you do mammogram, right, we have to detect from the beginning. Only some moving side, about 2 or 3 millimeters. Sometimes look like a drop of water. But slowly it will not recognize the trend from cut that cycle. It just keeps building up. And the tumor cell, the tumor site keep growing up bigger and bigger. First it's soft, now it becomes harder and harder. You see? The problem comes in here again. Remember, our body, especially in immune system, every single cell in our body, it has the cycle of production of dissemination. If not, you want to give birth and you give birth. If not, you want to have a baby and you have a baby. You want to have a baby, have time. You want to rise up a baby. It needs time. It needs nutrition. It everything. The same thing in here. Our cell, it has the cycle for production. It has a time. So when the need is too high, to respond to that, so the production has to be faster and time for production again has to be shorter. The material provided for that become short and short. So the first few layers inside the cell is normal. But and then when the tumor keeps growing faster and faster, the cell and the outer layer become abnormal a little bit, defective, right? Normal, right? Because when they have to work faster, produce faster with less material, less time, definitely okay. More or less, it will be defective. But about 80% of the structure is normal, only 10, 15 or 20% abnormal. So that's why when we treat for cancers, it's difficult. First, because the obstruction is almost the same with the normal cell. So when we kill the cancer cell, that means fortunately we kill the normal cell. Secondly, it's more difficult when the tumor grows bigger. Now they can be their own, like they have independent. So they move or they take the fat tissue, the abdominal tissue to wrap around at the fan to defend themselves. So that's why now if the medication wants to penetrate to kill the cancer cell, it has to get through the barrier of the fat tissue. Women have more fat tissue than men. And the problem is because in the fat tissue, when we move, when we exercise and do something, okay, just shift from one place to the other place. It doesn't have much blood vessel or the nerve or the lymphatic system in there. So that's why, okay, it helps for the bad guy than for the good guy. See? So now the tumor continues to grow. If we not recognize, cut that pattern. Look at the surrounding. When the tumor continues to grow bigger slowly, remember they are by their own. In the surrounding environment, they have many different organs, many different cells. So if that tumor initiate in an area without invasion, without interfere with any organ, it makes longer time to detect because it's not really invade, it's not only compress, it touch any organ. But if that tumor growing here, it will spread again the lung or again the heart or other organ, so it's easier to detect in the early stage. So, and then again, all of the cells surrounding that tumor. Remember, we have 100,000 of cells surrounded. When the tumor growing bigger and bigger, that means the pressure to the surrounding cell increasing slowly. Like we have 100,000 strings being compressed, right? And the string can compress to a certain level only. If not, you can compress a maximum depend on capacity of string. The same thing right here. All of the cells surrounding in that area, when the tumor grows, it will compress to a certain level, no longer can handle. Hey, that's enough. I no longer can stand for that. And the symptom of pain coming out. And the blockage of the nerve transportation, the blood travel. So when it's to a certain level and the pain coming out. If not, we don't feel pain. You see? So when we feel pain, that means the tumor already there. and the pressure to the surrounding cell already there. They no longer can handle. So now, oh my goodness, I have something wrong here. You can detect yourself at that moment. You go to the doctor. So easy. I do the X-ray, I do the CT scan, MRI, just to confirm to have a medical record only. But manually, I can find out that easily, right? So it's so simple. You are the bad guy. You create the pressure, make pain. You plug it. Rat, you throw you out. Simple, right? Common sense. But it's not common sense. Even though depend on the experience of the doctor, depend on the theory for the treatment, depend on your age, depend on your condition. If the tumor is small like this and you are young, they may remove the whole thread, right? If you middle age or old, they just remove about a few centimeters away. And then we use a microscopic technology. We dye the cells surrounding on the edge of that to see any abnormal. If it's still abnormal, we cut more. If it's normal, okay, we stop right there. But remember, whatever we can see, it's just the physical organ. And the fault for the compression, we cannot detect that yet. Even though right now the fault to lift on the blood cell moving into the blood vessel, we know it already, but we cannot measure. We cannot determine it. And the fault moving inside our body, up and down, in and out, right there. But we still cannot detect, we still cannot picture yet, we still cannot measure yet. You see? So that's why the moment when we put the knife in to remove the tumor, right at the moment it metastasizes already. Because the tumor grows slowly, right? The pressure increasingly to a certain level no longer can handle that, so we detect it. So now we remove that tumor out. We create a vacuum for the empty space here, and 100,000 guys around there, upset already. You depress me, okay, you suppress me too long. Now time for me to free. Thank you. Boom. They move out quickly. Whatever direction they can go, they go. And after they release all of that pressure, the law of attraction comes in. I like you. We are the same, come together. Right? And now we make a new roof, make a new roof, make a new roof. And the process starts over. That's why after 3 months, after 6 months, boom, 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 boom. 5, 10, 20 new nodule. See, that is what we can detect on the CMI, on the CT scan, on the MRI. But below that, we may have many, many very tiny ones. We cannot see it yet. You see? And the process continues. The cycle repeats if we not cut the origin of that. And then, you see,
from what you say, it doesn't seem rational just to take the original lump out.
yeah, most of that, but not all of that. Because what I told you right now, we are under the stress of the electromagnetic field, under the stress of all the energy from the animal rising and killing, under stress from the work, from the environment. So all of that, it stimulates our central nervous system most of the time. At least about 70% of people, you see. So, and then you see, another problem come in. We, like yesterday, we're talking about the combination of food. We like to consume more protein nowadays, right? Not only have a bad energy in the environment, the bad energy in the meat, it also, when we provide the protein, who will the one take first? All of the cancer cell, because the production time is shorter, the cycle is shorter, right? So all of the material we provide will go into that direction first before the other guy can take. Because the cycle is shorter, right? And it's more powerful, it's more invasion at that time. So the more protein, the more meat, the more milk, the more sugar, whatever we give to the patient, it goes to that direction. That means we nourish the cancer cell more than the normal cell. Secondly, when we get sick, when we get tired, we're not moving around. We not do exercise or qigong, we don't have enough oxygen. So all the nutrition, especially the protein, remember the piece of wood, when we burn it without enough oxygen, coming out less energy, more byproduct. Less energy, we're tired, we don't want to move. More toxin, okay, make me more tired, don't want to move again. And more toxin, that means we fit for the bad guy, more than a good guy. So that means we get trapped into the bad cycle again. You see? And then, now to the treatment. Some doctor, after the surgery, they wait for a while. Or they explain the patient many options. But the reason why they like to remove it, because right now the surgeon is the one to make the more money. So whatever, you have arthritic pain, you have a tendon problem, cut it, remove it. Right? Because they make a lot of money, so they encourage you to cut, to remove, do whatever. The surgeon is the one to make money a lot. So they try everything. Secondly, after remove the tumor, some doctors wait for a long time. Some doctors want to do the treatment right away. The one who want to treat the patient, the sooner the worse. Why? Remember, the thymus gland and the liver, the kidney, continuously have to work day and night from the time the radar on the central nervous system recognize the abnormal on the trend of increasing something wrong. So they have to work day and night continuously, tirelessly to solve the problem. But unfortunately, they cannot. See, they're not laying back, relax. So they already overwork for a long time. Very exhausted already. And now all of a sudden, you throw on the top of that the whole bunch of toxic chemical. Chemotherapy, radiation is very toxic. And their job to detox and to eliminate. That means, okay, it's already tired, already overworked, already exhausted already. Now you ask them to work more, collapse. See, not only physical, mentally collapse. That way, when you hit the chemotherapy, losing hair, cannot eat, cannot sleep, cannot digest, you still collapse. So, and then, again, when we see the patient weakness, sick, tired, we want to give more nutrition, right? We want to feed the patient more. We want to encourage the patient to eat more, relax more. When we relax, we not move, don't have oxygen, don't help for the circulation, don't help for digestion. When we try to feed the patient with all the nutrition, on the meat, the egg, the sugar, the milk, the cheese, on the protein, on the good thing, we think that good one, but it turns out the bad one. We provide all the energy from the tumor. You see? So that's all what we do. We put the patient into the dead end, to the corner. And on the add on of that, because we be restricted by the insurance company, and we are worried too much now. Oh my God, if I not follow the conventional therapy, no one pay for me. And if they pay for me, I have to follow that, and then we get trapped into that cycle. But if we understand and we're strong enough, okay, let go. All right, I don't want to get in that cycle anymore. Okay, I want to get out of it. That's why in America, or in other countries, they have many solutions, many options. And remember, even though with the chemotherapy, the survival rate after 2 to 5 years only 4 to 5% maximum. You see that worth it to spend all the money and suffering and finally still die with unhappy, stressful, rather than with live the same amount of years with good quality of life, don't spend much money. So that's why if we not know how to recognize that, to transform that, whatever we do, the more effort we put in, the more we fit that tumor.
Could I just say for the estrogen sensitive cancers, I think you'll find the prognosis is much better. I'm an ABO survivor, and there are many other people who have survived. It's more like 90%, I think now.
So therefore, you see, like yesterday we talked about the art of chewing in the art of eating, the art of meditation, relaxation. That means we can recognize when we relax, we recognize first some spot that have a pain, some blocking there. Whenever you had a feeling of pain, block it. We will learn maybe tomorrow how to do examination for yourself, how to look at your face, your body, and how to detect out of that side. And then when we discover that, we have many different ways. Again, we always follow the universal energy level. We can do on the physical level. That means we massage, we relax. We can do on the second level. That means we went out to the nature, do working meditation, relaxation, absorb the new air, the fresh air. We can do the meditation to relax our mind. See, we can combine all three together. We can go from the top down. We can go from the middle in. We can go from the bottom. Change the diet. Yeah? So we have many different approaches to solve the problem. The sooner the better. So we can cut the cycle. And even though the purification process, I told you yesterday, when we stop provide the protein or the input of energy, right? Right at that moment, only the bad guy die first, because they are the one very, very consuming, right? The high energy. So after a day, they feel exhausted. The second day, they die. On the other hand, the normal guy would train in a good way, very endurable, so they can survive longer. So after a few days, without the input energy, all the bad guy will start starving and then will feel tired and die. And the good guy will wrap him and recycle. The same frequency of energy, the same protein, the same environment, only 10 to 20% different. I bring you back, I recycle. Re-educate you. Realign you. And then, okay, you see, it's save time, save energy. That is the principle of treatment for the purification. That's why the formula yet that I showed you, it's helped more than 60,000 patients already. And then also, when we stop input energy on the preserve energy in the body, the fat tissue now it melt out, it burn out. So now we remove the fan to protect on the dead guy. So it expels out, so the immune system, sodium, can attack it easier. On the toxin, kick it out. So the transportation of the signal from the central nervous system sent out correctly faster. See, all the damage, the injury inside the body now, it can correct, it can heal. So it prepares. So physically, mentally, okay, this is a good process for healing. Don't spend much time, don't waste much money. And we can change our life. We have a new body, a new mind, new person. So That's the process of tumor or cancer in both physical, material form and invisible. But as I told you, now almost 70% minimum. Even though you think about stomach problem, we think that is a physical problem, right? Maybe heart attack, liver failure, all of that, the modern system consider that is a physical problem. But actually, that is from the stressful stimulation. You know, in America, for the last 15 years, I believe at least the last 15 years, they already put it in practice. Every single patient gets admitted into the emergency room. If that person stays overnight, that means that within 24 hours, they have to give them 1 dose of anti-ulcer. Every single patient. Because before that, they found that 70% of patients admitted to the emergency room, the next day it will come out with the stomach ulcer. And that's common sense, because whenever we are under stress, we feel something wrong, heat, or burp, or gas, reflux. So the stomach is very, very sensitive to the stress stimulation. So that's why for the last 15 years, every single hospital emergency room, when the patient gets admitted into the emergency room, the first thing they have to take care of the emergency situation first, and after that, 1 dose injection or orally of anti-ulcer right away, so they can prevent that. So if we not relax, okay, if we cannot recognize that, okay, the stimulation of our central nervous system continually damage the stomach or the immune system, the same thing. Remember, even though we're not eating meat, even though we're chewing rice, but if we be stressed continually, all the worriness, fearness, it will suppress our immune system, it makes our blood become acidic. Very clear, right? That's evident now, almost everybody knows already. So when we do relaxation, biofeedback, okay, get out in nature, exercise, meditation, especially meditation, first, acceptance. When doesn't matter, the same thing, we do nothing, but the first thing our mind accept that means we already eliminate the again Newton fault already. So we got better right away. And then the endorphin come in, and then the serotonin come in, the norepinephrine come in, and all the other chemotaxis come in. You have to relieve the pain, re-heal, and then rejuvenate all the cell and organ. So that's why after the insurance and take all your money, and luckily you still survive, they throw you into the meditation trial. So if we recognize that, okay, we get out sooner better. Alright? Thank you. Stop here.
Thank you. Excellent. So after acceptance, was it medication straight away?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have about thousands of centers in America now for multiple sclerosis, HIV, terminal ill, cancer, all kind of whatever problem they cannot solve with the medication. If no longer can take out the money, throw you in there. Or if you volunteer, they can put you in there too.
I used to work with troubled children. The therapeutic member of my team tells me now that they're using mindfulness meditation. So I was very pleased about that.
All right, hopefully this afternoon we were talking about all techniques of meditation and the benefit and the other side. I don't think anyone told you about that, but I will tell you everything, both sides.
I don't think I want to hear that side.
No, we have to know. We should know, actually, because when we know that, okay, we know how to prevent that. Otherwise, we always take for granted. That's the problem. Whatever we have, we think, okay, that is take for granted, and then when we get into the other side, we deny it right away because I never know that. You see? So, right the moment you deny, you get double, more, tenfold more terrible than that. So better know that to prevent that.
So you could go over the bad side results meditating. So it's better to be prepared so you know how to.
So whenever we get sign symptoms that oh okay, that is the other side, that's I correct it right away.